I wrote out a pretty good sized script for the video, and I decided to scrap it because I'm going to keep putting it off until another week goes by. So I'm forcing myself to just record, sit down right here, record with you guys, and let you in on a story that happened to me a while ago, probably 12 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure. Not totally like concrete on the details. What do you guys know about hauntings? What do you know about being haunted? Do you have people around you that have been haunted and aren't just making stuff up because they're a little out there?
The hose is up my ass.
You guys, you've been here long enough, you know I'm very much a skeptic when it comes to the paranormal, when it comes to ghosts and ghouls. I try to rationalize out, if I hear a bump in the night, I don't immediately think that it's some ghoul waiting in the corner to bite my ass. I just think like, oh, maybe it was a house settling. Oh, maybe it was a neighbor walking around. Who knows? Not me, but I've never seen evidence of it. I've seen a lot of people say there's evidence of it. Oh, really? Sorry, that's my phone alarm going off. I've seen a lot of people say that ghosts exist, but it's always nothing. It's never concrete. I don't know how to say it any better than that. It's never concrete. I'm looking for something tangible, something that I can look at, I can smell, I can see, I can hear. I don't know how to say it. I'm an open-minded skeptic. Like I am completely open to being proven wrong, but I don't know. I'm a skeptic. So having that long little preamble out of the way, I am going to talk to you guys about a personal story of mine where I had thought I was haunted. You're not going to believe how the ending goes. It's definitely not going to be what you think. So you have to stick around to find that out. Or I guess you could, be a cheater and skip to the end and find out that way. But that's not fun. That's not cool. Don't do that. Watch the whole video. I got to have this in here. Please like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment letting me know about a time you were haunted, you thought you were haunted, someone told you they were haunted. I'd like to read that. I'd like to read little spooky stories, and maybe you guys will have a story that is compelling enough to make me want to switch sides on that, but we'll see. Again, all of that down below. Be a boss. This starts back when I was, I want to say 13, 14. My uncle, he was severely disabled, nonverbal. He lived with us for quite a while, long time. And he had ended up getting pretty sick, and he passed away. I ended up moving into his old room in our house. I believe it was the first time that I was actually getting my own room. It was not a huge room, but I was like, screw it. It's my own room. It's my place. I could design it how I want. I can do what I want. It's whatever. So painted it, did all that cool stuff, got all my stuff moved in, and everything was cool for a few weeks. And then one night, I'm getting ready for bed. I think at this point it was like 10:30 at night. I'm fuzzy on like specific time frames, but it was later in the evening, but not like middle of the night, if that makes sense. And I had started to hear like, it sounded like footsteps, ascending footsteps coming up my steps, leading into my room and my brother's room across the hall. But it sounded like it was going on for way too long. Like, I don't know if you do this, but I count out the steps in my head of like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I started counting and these steps went well past 20. And it's like, I know for a fact there is not more than that many steps on those stairs. What the hell? So I go and check and there's nothing. So I go to shut my door and I turn around to look down the hallway, and I don't know if it was from coming from a lit room to darkness where your eyes kind of adjust, but I could have sworn I saw something moving up the steps. So, of course, being a kid, I shut that fucking door as hard as I could. I was like, no thanks. I waited a little bit, and I opened the door, just kind of creaked it open. and there's nothing. No sounds, no alleged apparition, nothing. Honestly, it sounded like everybody in the house was asleep. So I just figured, okay, must be my imagination, or, thing with the lights. Rationalizing it in my mind, because anything is a lot less scary than a ghost, if that was what it was. So went to bed. Everything's cool for probably the next couple of days. And I'm laying in bed. This time I'm actually asleep. And it's probably 11:30 midnight. I don't think I was in bed. I was probably napping. But I get up and I hear the same thing. I check. The lights are on this time in the hallway. And I go out there and I see my uncle. And I remember specifically the face he had. It was just a very, not like, there was no real emotion outside of just neutral. Walking up the steps. And of course we just found, this happened not that long ago. What the hell is going on? So slam the door, open it back up. A couple minutes later, look out, nothing. No footsteps, no nothing. And I asked my brother, I'm like, hey man, did you hear anything like coming up the steps at all? And he, of course, is, not really paying attention to that kind of stuff. So he's like, no, I didn't hear anything. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, all right, never mind. Okay. So at that point to me, I'm like, all right, something's going on. This is wacky. I don't know if it's my imagination or if it's like I'm half asleep. Like again, like I did before, trying to rationalize what the hell is going on. So I go to bed, think nothing of it. Everything's totally normal for probably like 3 or 4 days. And then I'm laying in bed. It's about 2 a.m. I was actually asleep this time, like bedtime, going to bed for the next day. And I'm woken up by, sorry, the way my bedroom works is my attic it's on the top floor, but my attic is like in front of me. It's not above me. It's right there. So basically my furthest wall shares a wall with the attic. Walls are pretty thin up there. And I start to hear like scratching. And of course, with the other thing that's happening, I hear scratching. My mind at this point is not trying to rationalize. My mind is going, it's Freddy Krueger. I am asleep right now. I'm in the goddamn dream realm and I'm about to die. So heart rate's elevated. I'm freaking out. I'm not having a good time in bed. Again, pitch darkness, got the blackout curtains so that, no light gets in whatsoever. So all I see is darkness and I hear scratching off in the distance. At this point, I'm like, okay, that's in the attic. That has now gone from the hallway to pretty much right next to me. So I'm freaking out. And I go out of my bedroom. The door to the attic is on my left. So I've got my, little shitty phone flashlight at the time. I creak that door open, just a little peek. And I shine my flashlight in there. And I'm looking around trying to just see anything. And in retrospect, really stupid that I'm just looking in one spot, because it could have been on right here, because that attic, it stretches the whole length of the house. So it's going from my room and then it goes all the way down past my brother's room at the time. So very possibly could have been at my back and I'm looking in one direction. And I look off and I see a little gleam and I'm like, whoa. So I kind of gather the courage. I step back. I'm like, okay, that happened. There's something in there. And again, all of these instances that have happened in this week leading up to now, I don't know what this could be. I'm freaking out. Could this be like a big animal? Some fucking crackhead that's squatting in our attic? I have no clue. So I gather myself, swing that attic door open, and I shine my flashlight in there and I just go right in. Again, if I was in a horror movie, this would be the period where I get my head lopped off, because this is how reckless I was in this situation. Shine my flashlight in there and I'm looking, and I see right up behind a stack of boxes, right next to like we had a little like it's kind of like a faux window at the top. And it's a really fat squirrel chilling in the attic. I felt so stupid that I have been losing sleep this week because a fat squirrel has just been thudding around in my attic. At least in my case, needless to say, I was not haunted. But it made me wonder how many people that have haunting stories could be resolved as simple as this. Something that's just this wacky or stupid. And then I think of like the ones where people get attacked. And I'm like, oh my God, someone can get attacked. But it's like, are you getting attacked? Should a rabid animal get you? And you're like, as a ghost. Or as a ghosty person, they're sitting there. They're like, scratch, buddy. So that's my story of when I thought I was haunted. I felt really stupid. I actually feel really stupid telling this now, but I'm still working on the Undertale video, and I wanted to get a video out for everybody and for my own sanity, because I'm losing my mind not posting anything. And I didn't want to put it off anymore. So I made this just to kind of tide you guys over. This isn't the replacement for the Undertale video. I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure out, how I want to edit it and all that good stuff and actually shoot, I don't want to just have stock footage or standard footage, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get stuff out for you guys again. Thank you for participating in the polls and all you guys' support. It's really, really dope. I appreciate it a lot. But all the stuff I said before, like, subscribe, share, comment. Specifically, if you guys have had an instance of a haunting, again, it could be as silly as the one I had where it wasn't a haunting at all. I want to hear about it. So leave it in the comments below. I would like to read them. It would be cool to see. And then we could talk about it later over a cup of virtual coffee in the Discord that I'll have up here. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Until then, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite. I don't know if that worked.
Oh!